Time to start now at last, and I would like to start with some reminding you some policy of safety in language. It's good to remember this policy from time to time, I think. Just to be, yes, one more. The lady who's going to be late today, Sabina, please join us. So what, just in cases of emergency, what shall we do here?
The cases of emergency?
Polina, yes?
Oh. I don't know, really.
So what do you learn these facts in the beginning of the school year? Actually, we have these classes in the beginning of every school year. What to do in case of emergency? Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, that's why it's good to remember them.
There was ways to escape from the window.
Yeah, that's the worst way.
Okay.
Don't be panic.
Yes. What else?
Follow teachers and listen to the
Yes, follow teachers' instructions. Good. Yeah. What else? What will you do next? Will you take your clothes and go
No.
outside? What will you do then?
We will.
Leave this out. All your clothes.
Yes, you should leave your clothes here and you should go outside following the teacher's instructions. And stay somewhere in some place which is special.
green zone.
Yes, which is a special zone for like safety zone. And to wait until the other instructions will come. Okay, that's good. Just don't forget about this basic information about your safety, okay, in case of emergency. And I would like to remember also one more fact, which is about personal safety. If you don't have any extra shoes to bring with you, what should you do?
Bye.
Hello, Mary. So look at Mary's legs. She has special.
Do you have any blue
Yes. All of you have them. Yes.
I have the second.
Okay, the second shoe, extra shoes. Good job. Because it's really important. Not first of all, for your hygiene. Yes. Let's say, and let's respect the others in our group and in the school in general. Okay. Hello. Come in. So many people were late today, and even Diploma 2 students are late. Okay, let's start. Continue. Actually, we will continue discussing the topic that we have started. You have discussed during January, economic problems. So we've, and especially with me, we have discussed a lot of global problems, starting with Wall Street crash, which influenced the global economic system. Yes, there were some. We discussed a lot of global things that matter. But speaking about economy, do you ever think about your personal economy, about your family economy? Do you have any ideas what to do to make money, to save money, to save family budget, to increase family budget? I'm sorry. No? Do you ever think of this kind of issues? No, sometimes.
Actually,
Yes.
I know that to save the budget and to make it to have more money, you should have some types of. So, for example, the first part of money you should spend for usual things such as food
Mhm.
and drinks. The second part, for example, for some unusual situations, for example, when money is really needful and important. For example,
So you have some instructions.
Yes.
What to do to save your family budget. Okay. Are there any other guys who really think about that? Are you like the people who are you the savers or spenders in your family? So mostly spenders, yes? Because of what, Daniel? Are you a spender?
No.
No, you don't spend any money.
Yeah.
So your parents don't give you money?
Yeah.
They don't pay you for your education in England?
Does it pay?
Yes. It means you are spending now. Yes? So, the thing which is really like, I think the problem, not the problem, but the case to investigate how to save the money, or how to make money, how to earn money, how to help the parents. Let's think about the economic survival guide for you, for teenagers, how, in which way we can think about these problems. Okay? So we're going to learn 4 tips today from around the world, actually. There are 4 people, maybe 4 resources, which we will read, analyze. In some cases, we will watch the video, okay? First of all, let's watch the video of the, let's say, the bloggers who are not teenagers, actually. But they're going to give some tips how to make money, I mean, for teenagers. Watch the video and say, which kind of tip is that? Is it from everyday life, or so identify the form of this recommendation, okay?
Welcome to part 2 of our follow-up to the video.
Why don't they teach this in school?
We already discussed all the controversy about the 12% rule in the comments, and you can go look at that video here. But in this one, we wanted to talk about something a little bit more positive.
We were pleasantly surprised after posting the video to hear back from a lot of teenagers wondering how to invest their money. So we quickly want to talk to you guys.
First, congratulations. Life is going to be so much better and easier for you if you just manage your money responsibly. So kudos to you for getting a head start. But first we want to explain to you that we are not qualified to teach you how to invest. We're not licensed, we're not educated, we're not accountants, we're not financial planners, we're not anything except a couple of people with a camera and a kitchen. But this is what we would do if we were in your shoes, and it's the same thing we'll teach our kids, and pretty much the same thing we did when we were teenagers. What we are going to do in this video is be very specific, and that can be controversial, but we want to be specific because when we were young, all the vague and confusing terminology just to kind of protect yourself didn't help us at all.
We previously made a video called Investing for Beginners that tells you how we invest in the stock market, but it requires $3,000 to get started.
Based on your emails and private messages, most of you have between $500 and $1,000, and you're under the age of 18. So let's address those 2 things separately. First, being under 18, you have to get your parents on board to help you sign up for an account online. You can't do it alone, it has to be a joint account. It's not that big a deal, but you have to do it. When you do go sign up for an account, we suggest Vanguard.com. And the reason is they have lowest fees and they're not shareholder owned. There's a bunch of reasons for it, and we actually have a video coming up in the fall about why we choose Vanguard, but this is what we would do. So you're going to need at least $1,000 to set up an account at Vanguard. So if you don't have that much yet, just put it in a savings account and keep adding to it and keep adding to it. Once you're at Vanguard.com, it's going to ask you if you want a general savings or a retirement account.
We would pick retirement. And next it's going to ask you if you want to set up a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. And we would pick a Roth IRA. Because you're in your teens, you are probably paying very little in taxes.
So if you're a little bit older and you have a full-time job, this would not be the case because you would want to use the tax deduction. But this is advice for teens. Okay, you've got your account set up, you've picked Roth IRA, all your details are verified, everything's ready to go. You need to pick a fund, and the fund is just the collection of stocks that you're actually investing in. And for us, I think the best one for a teenager is the target retirement date 2060. Of course, this is very highly debated and a very personal choice, but this is what we would do if we were in our teens, and it's going to be what we teach our kids.
That's it. That is the easiest and cheapest way that we know how to invest. And in our opinions, it's the best way.
Vanguard.com, Roth IRA, target retirement date fund 2060. 1, 2, 3. Once you get a little older and you have a little bit more money, you can choose different Vanguard funds. We happen to be in the total stock market index fund, but if you don't ever want to worry about that, you don't have to.
It's also a good idea not to invest every single penny that you have. You're going to want to keep some money set aside in a bank account just for the unexpected emergencies. If your car needs to get fixed or if you need to replace your phone, you don't want to take money out of your Vanguard account.
For Pretend you gave your future self that money to hold on to, and you can't get it back, unless you have a time machine. But how lame would it be to go to the future just to ask yourself for money that you already gave yourself? I don't know. It doesn't even make any sense. Leave the money in Vanguard. See you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so these are the young people, young couple actually, who gives special recommendation for teenagers. Did you get the main idea of their recommendation? What kind of tip is that, Daria?
So actually they recommended a special website that you can use to control all your money.
Money.
And also they said not to spend all money, to have a bit of them for a situation that you don't expect.
Okay, some online resource. Okay, thank you, Nikolai. What's your idea?
I guess there was talk about like investments. So I do agree with
Daria?
Daria's point too, but I guess yeah, because there were actually also a couple of titles of the investments points, but I don't remember them quite surely. So,
Yes?
Yeah.
So actually, yes, both of you are right. This is the recommendation about investment for beginners like you, yes, for teenagers, how to learn how the basics of making money, earning money, saving money, and that you have mentioned about how to save money. So that's the online resource, and they have mentioned the name of the website, here's the title. Okay, so let's see what teenagers like you, how they react to what's this kind of recommendations, okay? I'm going to give you some information. So based on the first video, so take the papers. The first guy, his name is Christian, and as you see, there are 4 different opinions in this paper, on this paper. So mind the numbers of the opinions, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's start with the